very much the same amongst the men, and it was very much the same amongst the women. And that is, the women cared, the men didn't.
My point, it was Don Cornelius, not Don Corleone.
You said, I didn't even hear you say
I
Don
didn't even
Corleone.
pay attention. I knew what you were talking about.
Don Corleone is the Godfather.
Thank you, Ray, for catching
It's
me.
a little bit different, yes. Oh, Ray's up and at him this morning.
Ray's up and at him.
I'm surprised Ray didn't say, can I get on the air and say you don't OD and die from pot?
No, don't even ask for it.
Great party. Let's go to Ray. Good morning, Ray.
I finished that $64 classification. I just want to give a heads up because usually, I make some brownies and with food and munchies for the Super Bowl. Give a heads up to Ross. Come out the Whole Avenue Tap on Saturday.
Hey, that's my old stomping ground. What were you doing out the whole?
Johnny Reeves and the High Rollers is playing there on the 11th.
Okay.
Yeah. So come out and see Johnny.
He's going to be at the Whole Avenue?
Thanks. Whole Avenue Tap.
All right.
Yeah,
I've got great stories. All right. Ross, do you head to the Whole Avenue after you call the Grandview games?
I've been there.
Yes. I've got great stories from my time at the Whole Avenue Tap. I've dodged many a police car running down Whole Avenue. That's back in my younger days.
JP has been patiently waiting. Something he has to turn it loose. Go ahead.
Oh, thanks, guys. Hey, I don't know if you've seen, it's a really cheesy movie in the late 90s. It's called Half Baked. There's a portion, it basically goes along, and Bob Saget makes an appearance out of nowhere for about 5 seconds. But if you know what I'm talking about, that's a classic.
Is that the movie with Jim Brewer, the guy that played Goat Boy on Saturday Night Live for like a season?
Is the main guy.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so this I have not seen Half Baked. It's a movie about smoking dope, kind of.
Yeah, it's not a good movie whatsoever, but just a cameo appearance by Bob Saget kind of makes the movie, I think, if you guys know what I'm talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about, and I am curious now because it's hard for me to imagine that Bob Saget makes a movie.
Well, no, you saw him on Entourage. He was funny when he came out.
Because he's so against type, though. I mean, you're picturing the Full House guy, and he's got
just
a potty
clean.
mouth.
Yeah, just right.
Well, and that's what he is in this
G-rated
movie.
Family Guy.
Too. Basically, what it is, I'll set it up for JP here because I won't be able to play the audio. Dave Chappelle goes to rehab for smoking weed, and Bob Saget and a couple other people get really mad that he's in there just for being a pothead. And Bob Saget is a very vulgar cocaine addict.
But is he truly on 5 seconds or so?
Yeah, it's really quick. Jon Stewart makes an appearance in that movie also.
Wow.
Sounds like the cameos are better than the movie.
Bob Saget must make the most. If you had 5 seconds to really make an impression with profanity.
Well, no, wait, no,
but you
know that he can do
make
that.
People nervous.
You know that he can do that. You've seen him on Entourage. You've seen how funny he is there. You saw him on the documentary The Aristocrats. Remember when he's telling the really
one
profane
joke told over
joke.
and over and over
yes,
again.
he's by far just the most profane and disgusting of all the guys that tell the joke.
All right, Ray is going to join us for a moment to talk about Half Baked.
Yeah, this ain't Amsterdam.
Yeah?
Well, if you're talking about Pulp Fiction, I thought you were going to bring out the Gimp, Travis Justice.
Is the Gimp joining us today?
He's on his way to Carbondale.
Oh yeah, we can't bother him on the way there.
Carbondale?
No.
Probably would love
he needs to stay focused.
No, but hey, regarding the Bob Saget, I'll set that up for you. He goes to...
AD just did. He just explained it all.
All right, well, great.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Reverend Ray Green, 2 hours until 4:20.
Can people not?
Sure.
Do people not hear the show when they're on hold? I've never been on hold.
So I almost hung up.
So if you reverse the charges, do they still gouge you like they did years before?
Yeah.
50%, yeah. 284-5966. Ray, good morning.
Hey, good morning. What's up, dude?
Hey, I brought you up yesterday, by the way.
Oh, what time was it?
No, it wasn't on the air. It was off the air. Because Ross was on his Facebook page yesterday and sent a picture of his fishing trip. And I just texted, I said, hey, did Ray send you a care package?
Oh, so is ice fishing?
Yeah, he's ice fishing up in Minnesota.
Awesome. Hey, well, you know what? Another thing we got in common, Travis, me and you, because you're a Steelers fan, right?
Yeah.
You know I'm a Steelers fan.
Yep.
And I got a landline.
You got a landline?
Yeah, I've had it for like the last 10 years.
Aren't you worried that the police are bugging you, though?
Well, I have alternate means of communication.
Oh, so you have the non-contract cricket phone.
No, not exactly. Hey, you know,
it's a go phone.
Wait, are you still doing the Western Union telegrams?
Oh, I used to.
Shut up.
Cash transactions. But hey, I got a show launching live tomorrow at DMLive.
Ray will.
What?
Hey, it's not here. We're happy for him.
It's an online show.
We'll let him go with that.
I like Ray.
Oh, I don't have a problem with Ray, but
does Ray call your show, Andrew?
Every once in a while. He also calls Simon Conway's show on WHO in the afternoon.
Yeah, I mean he's a radio whore.
Absolutely.
yes.
But we
Occasionally he's somewhat entertaining.
Yeah, I think he's entertaining all the time.
Yeah, definitely.
I probably encourage him more than I discourage him.
Yeah, it's almost like Beetlejuice with Travis at times.
Ray.
And magically he shows up. So
284-5966. Okay, so we need to say this because there are people who have listened to this show since day one. And I truly believe that, is that we have people that listen to us. I think Ray would be one of them. I'm not saying they're all the greatest people in the world. Ray's a great person. But there are people who have listened to the show since day one, and they'll remember when you came on.
Well, done. Super brownie.
I got no time for y'all, but we got to keep moving, yeah. I got to move on, yeah. I got no time.
Something like that.
So what kind of a mic is that?
I don't know. It's an external mic. I don't know. It's junk ass mic. I don't know. No, it's good. So this is the first Skype between Libra Lounge and Green Central Station. Lovely, lively Libra is going to interview me. Throwing that peace sign up in the air.
They had been given the gospel. So when we talk about the gospel, it starts with the bad news. As a matter of fact, if someone comes to you and they're only talking about the love of God and all the blessings that come with salvation and all of that, without ever talking about hell and damnation, without ever warning about the certainty of eternal wrath of God, being damned forever in hell because of your sin, they are not bringing the gospel.
This is Rev Ray Green of Green Central Station here to tell you to bring it live Sundays with Lively Libra and Mr. Libra, coming to you from a remote location in Iowa. It's the Libra Lounge, your pot and politics hangout. Be a lounger right here on the Normal Network. And remember, kids, do your homework.
Right here, Wednesday evenings, 7 p.m. Pacific.
The
Libra Lounge.
Explaining why it can't go in any of the other 4 schedules. It's not prescribed. It's legal in 16 states, but it isn't prescribed in any of those 16 states. So it's not a prescription medicine. It falls outside.
But it's still very, very modest excuse for a living. If you know anything about people who've been in prison, and in this state, of course, everybody's got a relative who's been in prison, you know, if they've been in there for a long time, they come out, they don't get much Social Security. I paid in big for most of my life, but Social Security is based on your last 10 years' earnings. So I get about $600 and change a month in Social Security, and that's the basis of my living. I was in a very successful movie, but that's a documentary. They don't pay for those. What I'm leading up to is, for the last year and a half, I've financed the Silver Tour. I created most of the exhibits you see at home and spent hundreds and thousands of dollars on supplies and
called CBD or cannabidiol. This one is not psychoactive, but it has huge abilities to help the body. This is the stuff in the plant. Anti-inflammatory. How many old age diseases, well, getting up there in years, are a result of some kind of inflammation? Whether it be arthritis or inflammation in the brain causing problems, inflammation in any of the muscles, etc., that we get pain, aches and pains, and things aren't working well. CBD is an anti-seizure medication, anti-spasm for those having muscle spasm problems, anti-tumor. The other thing it can do is it's a bone stimulant. Very important to prevent osteoporosis. Huge risk for as we get older and our bones become more brittle. And you may have read a few years ago the drugs that they often use for the elderly to prevent osteoporosis. If you stay on them for several years, your bones become too brittle, and it doesn't take much to just break it. Here you've got a natural substance that will go in your body and basically help those bones stay in balance to prevent